Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. Welcome to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel, where we try to talk about the market in plain English. Easier said than done sometimes. Nice to have you here. It is Tuesday, June the 28th. We're coming to the end of June. 6 months gone. First half of the year, going into the second half of the year. I'm still all nervous. It is Tuesday. I'm still all nervous about 1999 when we turned into 2000. That was a big deal, 1999 coming into 2000. Everybody thought their computers would just shut down, that the computers were only designed to go to 00 on the years. 01 hadn't been factored in. Oh, we were convinced that cable TV wouldn't work on January the 1st. There were businesses spending millions of dollars in their IT departments to make sure that their computers were Y2K compliant. Y2K. Turns out January the 1st, 2000 was a nothing burger, just another day. Everything worked fine. The bills kept coming in. The paychecks kept coming in if you had a job. And nothing changed. Y2K. Welcome everybody to 2022, getting ready for the second half of 2022. Unbelievable. I remember when I was a kid, I was born in 1955, and I was a kid. I remember it was like 1975, even 1970. I thought, wow, 1970 now. I'm 15 years old. It's 1970. And I would read in the paper about how the officials of the power company for this is the province of Ontario in Canada, they would say stuff like, we're building a new power plant and it'll be fully operational in February 1980. I'm going, 1980? Oh, that's another decade from now. Of course, when you're only 15, you add another 10 years. That's a lot of your lifetime added on to your lifetime. But as you get this age, 10 years is nothing. You just go, well, 2012 was a decade ago, and that's a nothing burger. 2002 was 20 years ago. That's a nothing burger. And I'm going, 20 years ago, I was 46. Sheesh, I still wasn't young. That's what happens when you get older. You get upset with how old you are and how it just gets worse. It's just the way it is. Welcome one and all to the old man ranting and raving here. We will talk about the markets in plain English. I can only tell you this, that we're up in the pre-market, but we were doing a lot better about an hour ago. We're up 119 points on the Dow. But we were up over 200 not too long ago. We're up 12 points on S&P and up 25 on NASDAQ. The three indexes are up either a fifth of a point or a third of a point. Yet an hour ago, we were up 2/3 of a percentage point. It looked really good then. It's okay now, but it's not really good. It's okay. So we'll see how this goes. The oil market, barrel of crude in Texas is up $1.48 right now to 111.07. So a little rise on oil. Considering, though, that last week was such a good week and Friday was an 850-point gain, yesterday losing 60-something points, not a big deal. Right now up 123, impressive. This puts us higher than Friday's close, adding to the gains of last week. I'm not surprised if we have another up week this week. I just don't know if we're going to get a 1,500-point up week this week. It might be that we only gain a couple of hundred points for the whole week and we call it a win, quote unquote. It was a win, but in reality, it was barely a win. That's a possibility. On the other hand, what we don't have this week is we don't have Powell in front of the Senate and the Congress having to listen to stupid questions from stupid people. That's good. We can just concentrate on any kind of economic news that will be released. We'll concentrate on that, and we'll see where things go. I'm showing that U.S. advanced retail inventories rise 1.1% in, I think it means May. Not sure what that headline is telling me there. We're watching, of course, real estate sales, new housing sales, new housing starts, applications for financing for houses, mortgage applications. We're looking for those numbers. How are they faring? Because obviously, if mortgage applications, the numbers drop, that means the number of homes turning over is lower. And if a component is that a component of that is new houses, and new home sales are not being constructed as aggressively as quickly, that means fewer new homes being built, fewer materials needed, fewer labor hours involved, and on and on. These are economic numbers we need to know. So the GDP thing, we'll see what's going on there. I do see GameStop at 130.29 this morning. It's up 60 cents. We got a nothing burger going on here. The question about GameStop that we need to know is, will GameStop go lower than yesterday's low, which was 127.30? Or will GameStop go higher than yesterday's high? Pardon me. Sorry. Yesterday's high was 137.05. Are we going higher than that? Or are we going lower than 127? Or are we going to stay somewhere in between this today? Depending on which way the market wants to go, pardon me, depending on which way the stock wants to go, we'll figure out what to do with options, and we'll take it from there. And there's the deal. The Dow right now only up 106, giving up more of the gain that we were showing this morning. Some good momentum. Okay. I don't know why, but starting the show, all of a sudden I have to sneeze like crazy. I don't know why. All morning I hadn't sneezed. Jen's over here loving every second of it. She loves how. Oh yeah, he just
Maybe the light in your eyes.
Maybe the light in my eyes.
You are a solar sneezer.
I'm a solar sneezer. I don't know. U.S. trade deficit in goods narrows by 2.2% in May to 104 billion. That announcement that bulletin just came across, showing again the market backing off. Maybe this kind of news is bad for the markets. I don't know for sure. Any other headlines I'm looking for? I can't really find anything else out there to tell me that bad news is on the horizon. We'll see. We'll just play it by ear. $130 a share on GameStop now, up 31 cents. Other stocks we're following. Rocket Lab is up 16 cents to $4.25. We got SoFi up 3 to $5.96. AMC is up. Actually, AMC is down now. We were higher this morning on AMC. Now we're off a nickel to 14.08 on AMC. It had a big day yesterday, 166 gain. Matterport, 414 this morning, up 3 cents. 23andMe is up 7 cents. Spire Global up 2. ATIP no change. Smart Rent no change. Sextera no change. Apple up 21 cents. Nothing going on there. Goldman up 282 to 303. I saw it this morning at 305 for a point. Cisco up 7 cents. Tesla up $1.96 to 736. That was over 740 this morning. Now it's backing up. Arc Innovation is only up 4 cents. Microsoft unchanged now. It was higher this morning, I believe. Bed Bath Beyond unchanged. Pfizer up 2. HPQ unchanged. And Twitter up 17. We have got nothing going on, really. There's really nothing much going on. And so we'll see what's going on. U.S. trade deficit in goods drops 2.2%. U.S. advanced wholesale inventories climbs 2% in May. U.S. advanced retail inventories rise 1.1% in May. Those are the latest 3 headlines that have come out of some of the stats from government agencies. And we're showing the Dow right now only up 94 points. And there is the verdict. We were up about 200 points an hour ago. Now we're up 100. Is this bad news or just the kind of news that doesn't get everybody excited? Maybe the markets were looking for even better news than they're getting. I don't know. A little pause in the action. We're now at the moment up 110 points. So there you go. We're jumping around. Oil up 135 to 110.92. I think that the news we were reading last week, remember we were I was mentioning last week, I was talking about how there's a possibility of a gasoline tax holiday at that federal level. Biden was proposing to have a 3-month moratorium on the gas tax, which I think is 18 cents a gallon. I think that discussion is dead in the water. There's no way the Senate will pass that. No Republican is going to, make Biden look good. I mean, that's obvious. It's coming up to July now. The midterms are in November. What do you think the odds are between now and November? Anything incredible is coming out of these houses of legislature. It's going to make either party score votes this fall. Nothing. Neither party is going to help the other. I mean, it's a bloodbath right now. It's a complete war. So 18 cent a gallon drop. A Democrat will say it would be good for American families. A Republican will go, won't make any dang difference at $6 to $5.82 a gallon. Big deal. That might be the philosophy. I don't know. We'll see if anything comes of it. Again, it comes back to you, the viewer. You want lower oil and gas prices? They're at your fingertips anytime you want them. Just use less of the commodity. That's it. If you use a gallon less a week, you save $5-6 a week. If you use 10 gallons less, if you can do that kind of cutback, you're going to save $50-60 a week in expenses. But if enough millions of Americans and Canadians and others join up and just decide to cut back 3-5% of usage, the price will plummet and we'll be awash in this stuff, because we are awash in oil and gas. We really are. There's no shortage. These kinds of prices would make you think that there are lineups at every city gas station across the United States and Canada. There aren't any lineups anywhere across Canada and the US for gas. There's no lineups for this stuff. It's available everywhere, anywhere you want it. So we're being sucked in to pay too much. That's the bottom line. We're just getting sucked in. But that's just me. Alberto is here saying, good morning, Bagel Familia. You can begin now, Uncle Bruce. It's all good. Thank you so much. H. Gregory, thank you for the 56th thumbs up on this program already this morning. I appreciate it. Joe, Biden is doing a real good job. No one can change my mind on that. He's got, every president has limitations. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No matter what any candidate says on the campaign trail, whether they're ever going to be the nominee for president or not, any candidate that promises that I'm going to make change, they are blowing hot air out there. It's just a question of whether you're going to allow it in your butt or not. You got to decide for yourself whether these claims of greatness are real or not. There is no American president with enough power to make major changes. You need the House of Representatives and the Senate to get anything done, and you better have consensus among a lot of these guys and girls. You just have to. It's the way it is. And it's a rare occasion, a rare time where there's a lot of consensus between the three to get stuff done. Sometimes it takes crises to make things happen, unfortunately. But then that's the way it is. So what can I say? Tiff, the gas tax break we had in Germany was for nothing. Prices went back to what it was before the tax reduction in 1 week. Only winner, the gasoline companies. And good morning, Bama Babe. Nice to have you here this morning. Selma House of Marlboro, number 71, thumbs up. Christina, Uncle Bruce, if AMC is below 14 at the end of the day next Friday, I get to keep all my premium, my puts that I bought? ? No, my dear. No. You bought puts, which means they will depreciate in price down to their book value only. And I don't remember which ones you've got. What you need is a drop in the price of AMC in a hurry, and you'll get a profit on your purchase. Whatever you paid for your put will rise as the stock falls, and then you'll sell for a profit. And she says she's got 14. So the AMC stock, let me take a peek here. I believe last night, here we go. AMC closed at $14.13 last night. And you've got $14 puts. You're out of the money. Your puts are technically worthless, except they have until expiry to live. And these shares of AMC, as you well know, have been between 12 and $15. They've been all over the place. They've been well below 14 in the last month. Just looking at my phone here, they were at 11.36 back on June 13th or so. Now, the question for you is, if the shares were to go down to $13, let's say today or tomorrow, your put contracts will have a value of $1 a share or $1 a contract, $100 each, book value, plus whatever time is left on them, right? You've got till next Friday. So my hunch is if the stock goes to 13, your puts will probably trade at $1.30 to $1.40, something like that. I don't know what you paid for them, but if I'm you, I would be watching this market very carefully, very closely. And if you're able to pull out a 50% profit or 100% profit, something of that nature, I would take it and run, because buying puts with only a week and a half to go till next week, Friday, that's a risky game. I understand you're buying puts on a stock that took a shot yesterday, crazy shot yesterday. This is the 1 week chart on AMC, including yesterday's run up right here. You can see this mountain up here, and it has already backed off a little bit from that peak. I think yesterday's high was 1475. We're now at 1413. So if the shares want to keep dropping into this 1380, 1360, 1340 neighborhood, the hope I have, I'm crossing my fingers for you, that you will make a nice return on your purchase of these puts. But I would not be sitting around hoping that the stock goes to $11 in the next 2 days to make a big score. I'm thinking you're probably smart to take a 50%, 100% gain on this transaction if you get one like that. I don't know what you paid for them, so I'm not sure. And then get out of there and put the money in your account and be flat, because being long options is the gamble. Being a writer is the smart way to go. Now, if you were a shareholder of AMC, like there are many out there, the smart move now would be to be writing a call against the stock. In other words, if you have 100 shares of AMC, you'd be writing a call option, maybe a $15 call option that's 60 cents, 80 cents out of the money, 87 cents out of the money, or I don't know if you can write a 14.50. You could even write a 14 that's 13 cents in the money, and take the hopefully a decent premium. Maybe you can get a buck for them or something like that, $1.10. And if the shares do drop to 13.50, you can buy those back. They expire this Friday or next Friday. You can buy them back for maybe a quarter and make yourself, again, 50% on your money, 70% on your money. A smart move, and live to fight another day. But yeah, Christina, I'm hoping you live to fight another day on these puts, that the stock will have a drop, hoping this is happening, and that you will score. What I'm praying will not happen is that AMC decides to go to 1550 today, and then your puts are virtually worthless, and you need a miracle drop to kind of have it come back. She said, I paid $1.22 and I got 20 of them. So yeah, you paid a bit of a price for those. And I'm not thrilled with that price, to be honest. But you're not that far off from the money. And it wouldn't be a shock for the shares to give up a buck today. Not that they will, but if they did to 13.13, you'd have an 87-cent contract plus premium until next Friday. Maybe you'll get $1.50, $1.60 for those calls. It's not a big gain, but if you can make 30 cents to 70 cents profit on that trade, I take it and run for the hills. Because I don't see the stock going down to like $11. It could maybe get to 12, but not today. That might be a few days from now. The problem with that is days you don't have. You've got, today's Tuesday, and next week, Friday, you don't get Monday, by the way. It's a holiday, July 4th. We're not trading on Monday. So you only got 4 days next week, 3 days this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, plus today. You're down to 7.5 days of trading, 8 days of trading. time is precious, and it's going to crush the value of those contracts. So I'm hoping there's a dip and you can make a profit and get the hell out of Dodge. Now, obviously, if you make 50 cents a contract times 20 contracts, you make $1,000 profit. Hallelujah. Thank you very much for $1,000. But I wouldn't look at it that way. I'd look at it just on a performance basis. Can the shares go into the money? In other words, under 14, putting your puts in the money, and with some downward momentum, great. But at the moment, at a 122 price, you need the shares down to 1280 just to break even at next week Friday. And I would not want to be in that kind of a position. That's asking a lot for the stock to give me, just for me to break even on a book value basis at the end of this run. Okay. Here's a short answer right there. Michael, well, when you can't get anything through Congress, there's the actual problem. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Doubting Philosopher number 80. Jennifer is smiling. Michael, is anyone looking at Revlon, crazy premiums? I'm selling puts. I'm not touching it. I'm not looking at it. I don't want to know about it. It is a wild game. Cindy B, number 77. Welcome. Argent, I had a few July AMCs. I rolled into September debit spread 25 to 50s for like 60 cents. Interesting trade. Deep value investing in the money. Karim, AMC, if it continues this morning, not much resistance to 16 keeping on the chart. Well, we'll see if there's really that kind of buying power coming into this thing. AMC is drowning in debt. There's, you can talk optimistically all you want about the movies, blockbusters, people going back to movies, all that stuff. What's overhanging AMC and will not go away is this massive debt load they have. And over the next year and 2 and 3 years, it's guaranteed what's going to happen. Their debt will have to be rolled over. There's no escaping this. There's no way this company can sell enough movie tickets to pay off $5 billion in debt in 2 or 3 years. This is going to take them 15 years to get rid of this kind of debt. They're going to have to roll over $5 billion in debt, and they're going to do it, I can pretty well assure you, at higher interest rates than they've paid already. Because when they rolled their debt last year and the year before, they were getting 4, 5, 6% deals, some higher. They're now going to be paying 8, 10, 12% interest. They're going to be paying a fortune for this money. And if their costs go up just 1% on $5 billion, man, this is a lot of money out of that company's pocket. If I got my math right, it's $50 million a year. 1% is $50 million a year, which if you just take a 50-week year instead of 52 weeks, it's $1 million a week in added interest charges for every percentage point they have to pay additionally over the debt they're paying, interest they're paying now for their debt. So they got to pay 4% more by the time they roll all this over the next 2-3 years. That is $200 million a year more in debt that they have to pay, and that's unsustainable. They cannot afford that. Don't forget, AMC's other expenses, just like our expenses, have all gone up too. They pay more for the food that they sell you, so they got to charge more. That means they're selling less. They got to pay more for property taxes, more for electricity to keep their theaters cool. They're paying more for insurance. They are paying more, like anyone else is paying more, to be in business. And they can't just jack the ticket price by 50% and you are going to gleefully pay it. It's not going to happen. And if they don't have blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster, week after week after week for the next 2 years in a row, there will be gaps in their finances. And I just, there's no way you're going to have guaranteed blockbuster movies for the next 2 years in a row. There's just no way. There's going to be good weeks and mediocre weeks and so on. And so AMC is, there's the only way out. There's only one way out for AMC to reduce their expenditures of interest and reduce the principal owing, and that is they have to sell stock from the treasury to investors for cash without paying interest on it. That means issuing new stock from the treasury to pay down their debt. The problem is at $14 a share or $12 a share or $10 a share, you want to knock off 2-3 billion of your debt, you're going to dramatically increase the number of shares outstanding on your company, which means you dilute your existing shareholders further to guarantee their survival, but at probably $5 to $6 a share. There's the conundrum. There's the choice. The company does not want to expose that to their investors. They don't want to issue more stock, but that means you can't pay off your debt. And if you can't pay off the debt and it's going to go higher to carry the debt with higher interest rates, they're not going to make any money. They're going to lose more money. That means the stock's going down anyway. It's going to go to $5-6 no matter what they do or do not do. That is the bitter, hard reality at the end of the day of a company that is indebted up to here and has limited ways of raising cash. Their cost of business is surging. That's making it worse. Now the cost of money is surging. That makes it worse. And so it's bad news. That's it. And so unless someone shows me another way, maybe a trillionaire comes in and says, oh, I really like this company. My grandkids love going to the movies. I think I'm going to lend them money. I'm going to lend them $5 billion of my own money for 1% interest so they can pay off all their debt because I'm a nice guy. You tell me who's going to do that for AMC. Just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. It ain't happening. I don't know where this is coming from. You want to take over this company by buying up the stock and getting the votes and becoming the dominant shareholder? Right now, there is no dominant shareholder. The last one that was a dominant shareholder, the Chinese investors, they walked. They blew out their stock 2 years ago, year and a half ago. They took off. They're gone. And so I don't know why. Why would anyone want to buy these guys? They don't own anything. They don't make the movie. They don't have the rights. They don't have distribution rights. They only have movie theaters that they lease. They don't own the movie theaters. They're just renters. They can be evicted at any time by all the landlords. What do they got? Nothing. They really don't own anything. Bunch of used pop machines. I don't even think they own the pop machines. I think that the cola that they're dispensing is on equipment that is being leased to them or given to them by the cola company to move their product. I don't even know if they own the popcorn machines. I really don't know if they even own those. They probably own the seats, but I don't think they're allowed to take the seats out of the theater because they're bolted into the building. And under a lease agreement, you can't do that. You can't strip the space and take the stuff out. So I don't think they own anything. But I've been talking about AMC for over 2 years, and a whole lot of people are upset at me because I don't like AMC, and it's a great company, and it's the mother of all short squeezes of all. Yeah, okay. The debt is still on the books, okay? And the cost of the debt is about to soar because the Federal Reserve, the central bank in Europe, the Bank of Canada, the Bank of England, all raising interest rates. How does AMC escape that one? They don't. The cruise lines, how do they escape not paying higher interest costs on their $100 billion of debt that they raised to stay alive during the pandemic? They kept ships in the water doing nothing, waiting for the passing of this virus. But it cost them $100 billion in cash to make their payments and keep alive. They're now carrying that debt, and their interest rates are about to go straight up. And you tell me where the bank where will interest rates top out at? We can hope they top out at 3-4%, but they might go to 6 or 7. And that's for AAA credit. You're a cruise line, you're AMC, you're not getting AAA credit interest rates on your debt. You're not a AAA credit risk. You're a junk bond. You're going to pay double. And that's 12 to 14% interest for cruise lines and maybe AMC. Now do the math. AMC has to pay 7% more in interest on $5 billion. That's $350 billion a year more. $7 million a week, $1 million a day in higher interest costs. $1 million a day more in interest, not total interest, more interest. $1 million a day. Tell me how they're going to do that. I don't know. Yikes. I just don't know. I need a dip on Apple or I'm rolling, says Michael right now. Well, you've had a good couple of weeks there, Michael. You've done all right. You'll have to watch this, of course, as we all are. 141.66 on Apple is where we closed last night. And we'll see how this market is going to work. This morning, we got Apple sitting at up 46 cents right now. There you have it. And the Dow at the moment, we're showing up 142, a little gain again. Good. We got 28 minutes to go. We got S&P up 15. We got NASDAQ up 26. NASDAQ's only up 0.22%. S&P up 0.38. The Dow up 0.46. GameStop 130.49 up 80 cents, but the volume 14,000. Not all that great. Argent or sell squeeze during the sell shares during the squeeze, but they don't have any available to sell since the shareholders did not raise the shares outstanding. That's right. The existing shareholders of AMC have cut their own throats. That's what they've done. They have cut their own throats by voting down the motion to increase the shares outstanding so that the company could get out of debt. Now, these guys had their chance a year plus ago when the shares reached $72 a share. At that time, from that $40 run to the $70 run, AMC could have easily sold 200 million shares into a hungry market, dying to buy AMC stock. They would have been able to announce while this is going on that they've just raised another $1.25 billion cash, which would go towards debt and make the company even more solvent, causing the shares to go higher because they would have come to the shareholders to say, yeah, we've liquidated more stock, but we've just eliminated a third of all our debt. But they didn't do that, and the shareholders wouldn't let them do it. They could have raised, I bet you they could have raised $4 billion a year ago and almost knocked the debt to zero. But the shareholders would let them do it, and now we're at, what, $14? Good luck. Computer Whiz, thumbs up, number 92. Aurora, good morning. I'm number 92. Cody, I'm number 94. Apple is on a dip below the open. Beach Boy, I'm number 99. Am I late to the party? I don't think so, sir. Welcome to the show. 130 on GameStop, up 31 cents. We're not running with the bulls here. The Dow is up. Yep. 149, S&P up 15, NASDAQ up 29, but GameStop is only up 30 cents at the moment. Spire, I think Disney will do very well this year, and the first following months of next year, or at least from my generation, they will get a lot of How I Met Your Mother's viewers. Well, we'll see how Disney does. I don't know. We'll see here. Worldwide operations are not consistently doing well in unison at all. Argent soon, they will be the only meme stock to make money this quarter, but yeah, they start out in much worse shape. Spire, and they will probably stay due to a huge amount of Star Wars and other good shows like Scrubs. Spire, by the way, good morning to you all. Good morning, Spire. Kareem, what happened to the HYMC deal? What happened to the HYMC deal? I don't know what that is. Does anybody want to remind me of that? Good morning, Spire from Duncan. Tina Fudd, deep value. Keith Gill's investing in AMD, not AMC, people. He is a deep value investor, not a gambler. Tina, how's GameStop doing? Kareem, I'm not upset with you. I don't care about AMC, but I appreciate your rants. John, AMC is the third best theater in our area, the third best. EMHEIN and MJR are way nicer. Alex, hey folks, have you seen today's news about Robinhood? Alex, FTX says that there are no talks to acquire Robinhood. Share price has plunged in the pre-market. Tiff, Alex, the buy rumor from yesterday or a new one? Hoodwinked, says Michael. Alex is laughing. Deep value investing. The pandemic is horrible for AMC. Jesus, people, pick better stock or companies. The pandemic, the monkeypox, the 15th variant, the 18th variant, human people gathering, possible additional new restrictions on occupancy levels at any time could come in place. Who knows? I don't like that deal. Alex, buy the rumor from yesterday turned out to be just that, all talk. Tina, GameStop is done. AMC is the new king of meme stocks. Michael, GameStop is done with zero debt. Tina has spoken. Tina, GameStop is volume is laughable. D. Slaughter, GameStop wallet is awesome with playing the game NFTs. Also, GameStop split is coming up. Uncle Bruce isn't lying about AMC. JG puts on AMC 6 months out. Are they a good buy? I don't know. I don't look at them. Can't give you an opinion on it, to be honest. Alex, good luck if you have AMC shares. Tina, Alberto, Michael Hunt, zero debt. Lobo Blast, hi, Uncle Bruce. It's me again. Long time no chat. I'm still watching and learning from you. Thank you. You betcha, buddy. Good to see you around here, man. Not your daddy SoFi. I'm thumbs up number 118. Thank you. Spire, good morning, Duncan. Our Pi Square, happy Tuesday, Uncle B. Bill, it's more fun at MJR. Karim, that mine deal, Uncle Bruce, that mining deal. Oh, the mining deal with AMC. Yeah, I haven't heard anything new about it. They put up, 25 million with an option, put up another 25 million. I got nothing new on any of it to know anything else. I got nada. Highcroft Mining is $1.24 these days. And 3 months ago they were in the last, 4 or 5 months ago, they hit a high of 330 for like a nanosecond. The shares had been something like 29, 30 cents and dead in the water. They're still holding 124. I got nothing. I don't know anything about. I have no idea if there's going to be any upside for AMC. I think AMC's price to get into that deal was like $1.04, $1.06. So they're up maybe 15, 20 cents. Not going to save the company. Not going to make a difference. Nick, SoFi adjusted their interest rate up to 1.5 for people with direct deposit. Oh, that's interesting. Bill, it's more than just a movie. It's a big night out. Michael, Alberto, 44 million-ish, basically zero. They can pay at any time. BP, didn't AMC refinance its debt in February? What was the result of this? They've done some reorganization. But I think that those days are over since rates have gone up now. And we know the rates are going to go higher. We're all expecting for July, next month, we're expecting the Fed to raise rates 0.75 of a point again. The era of free money is over, as we have been hearing about, talked about by everybody. And so cheap interest rates for AMC are long gone. And junk bond status it is. Not good. They're going to continue to issue quarterly financials showing bleeding, showing their cash balance dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping with no way out, unless they issue stock from the treasury. That's it. That's the end of that. Alberto, Michael, don't know that. Thanks for sharing. Michael, 1.2 billion in cash too. Ryan, daily lurker here. Keep it up, Bruce. Thanks, Ryan. Michael Cosby, selling puts while waiting on GameStop to come back to me has changed the game. Getting cash coming and going. Alberto, thumbs up for Bruce. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate all of you. 20 minutes to go until we start the day here. Thumbs up so far, 128. If any of you out there can find that thumbs up button for me, nail that sucker and get us as close to 200 as humanly possible before we start trading. That would be great. We have 20 minutes to get 72 thumbs ups. Hopefully some of you out there can help us out. Let me know what thumbs up number you are. That would be terrific. And I thank you all very much. Every thumbs up just adds momentum to the channel through YouTube's analytics. We're at 136 now, 64 to go, 138, 62 left to get, just to get to 200. And I thank you all. We've been very appreciative of these thumbs ups. 144 now. Beautiful job, guys. Thank you all for nailing the thumbs up button if you can, and helping the show get some mo for its future. I love you for that. What else is going on? Not too much. I mean, we're all watching this market carefully from a number of angles. I note that the G7 conference was held. I think it was in Germany. It's done now, and the leaders are heading wherever they're heading. Ukraine is going to get more support, which is fine by me. Great. And let's see what else is going on here. What else? Alex is saying here, Alberto, Michael, also GameStop is losing money because it's investing in tech and inventory. There's a long-term plan to grow the company rather than choose short-term profit. Rodrigo, SoFi also gives 3% on their credit card with direct deposit into a SoFi checking account. Let's see. Austin is thumbs up number 117 earlier. Thank you. We're now showing 146 thumbs ups with 54 needed to get us to 200. Thank you all for really putting it out there for us. I do appreciate it. Where are we at now? We're down. We're up actually 157 on the Dow. We're up 17 on S&P, 39 on NASDAQ. The Dow is still the leader at 0.5 percentage point gain, S&P at 0.45, NASDAQ at 0.32. This is improving, but we were higher than this earlier this morning. We were over 0.6 across the board. Hopefully, the momentum will keep coming in. We'll see. Let's go. What else is happening here? Oil up 176 to 111.26. Okay. I just heard this morning about talk something like how China is easing travel restrictions, and travel stocks are reacting positively to this news. Now, the stocks we're talking about are most likely domestic China tour operators, these kinds of guys. But what I've heard or read regarding the easing of travel restrictions, it still means isolation. When you get to a destination in China, within China, you still have a 1 week a mandatory lockup, like COVID lockup. This isn't like unbridled travel, away we go, here we are. This is not happening. China is dealing with a number of pockets of the virus, and it's a real issue. They don't want to discuss it. They certainly aren't going to brag about it. They're not going to bring it up in their media, but they have got a number of issues. And with 1.3 billion, and so many of those 1.3 billion in very tight situations, 40 and 50 story condos, unlike our condos where we have 12, 14, 1600 square feet in some cases. These folks are into much smaller spaces, much higher a number of people in a small area. The the virus just spreads like wildfire, and they don't reveal their numbers. They really don't. So this idea of wide open travel, I don't think so. The other thing too is the Chinese actually seem to be untrusting of the Western world's travelers coming in, bringing disease with us. So they actually fear us bringing it to them, when in reality they're drowning in the disease itself. So yeah, what are you going to do? It's crazy. What else is going on here? Good morning, everybody. Hi, Olivia. Welcome to the show, number 152. And thumbs ups because you're actually talking about the stock in the pre-market today. I'm going to give you thumbs up. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I could tell you a story about my youth, but I guess you don't want to hear it. Austin, I don't own GameStop, but when you have billions in cash and no debt, I would consider you in a strong financial position, but that's what I know. Yeah, well, there you have it. BP. I wonder why Spire is so low over the past few weeks, despite news of NASA contract renewals and stuff. I tell you, BP, it drives me nuts. Spire has hundreds and hundreds of contracts to manage satellite data information, and it's all going to make them nothing but money. They're expanding their clientele. They get renewals almost every time. They rarely lose a client. Once a client signs up with these guys, they don't leave. And yet the stock is just pathetically trading at such a low number. Blows my mind. It really does. They need, in the worst possible way, a competent investor relations department. They really do. But I go like this and go, I don't get it. No idea. I also am I guess I could say I'm confused by the fact that I thought when they went public that they had backers because they did raise hundreds of millions of dollars through their the initial SPAC, which was done, and then this secondary financing. And I figured the secondary financing, this pipe financing that came in at $10 a share, it would be loyal money, and it would gobble up stock as it backed off for them to just scoop up this cheap paper and become, even more solidly held by a tight group of investors. But that does not seem to be the case. And when they merged with the Canadian company, I thought, well, okay, here you go. You've got an Ontario-based outfit now. You've got your U.S.-based outfit. You've got international contracts. These guys should be able to attract international investor interest into their stock. Nothing seems to be happening. I'm just at wit's end. I'm going, what more do these guys have to do to get the market? But it doesn't help that in the last 6 months, we've had the Ukraine war, inflation goes stupid, interest rates being jacked up left, right, center, talk about a recession coming up everywhere. Everything that could be going against these guys is going against them from every angle. That has nothing to do with them. And so here we are. So what do you do? And my thinking is you wait it out. You just wait it out. You let them continue to grow their company. They've got cash in the bank. They have no debt. They're nailing down contract after contract, renewing contract after contract. And there will come a point in time where something will happen, whether it's an analyst, whether it's a competitor, something will happen that will cause the stock to jump. There will be interest in the stock from an outside source that no one yet knows about that will catch the street by surprise. And all of a sudden, boom, right in front of your eyes, Spire is an entity to have. And away we go. But I wish I knew the answers to when it would happen. I'd tell you. I will tell you. All right. What else? 158 on Arturo. Austin is saying, yeah, I know, man, new lows. Cody, I was a little overly bullish yesterday. I did not. I did what I always do and wanted the market to move right away. That said, now that we've seen these levels hold a bit, I think we could go higher today. BP. But will Spire go broke? I don't think so. No, I think they have money for the next 10 years. No, they're not going broke. They're going to keep adding contracts to their contracts where they start to make money and add money to their treasury. That's where they're headed. Is that in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? I don't know, but they're adding to their business, not shrinking. So, John, how's my favorite grandson doing this morning? John wants to know from us, White Feather, isn't Spire selling below book value right now? They probably are. Doing pretty good, Grandpa. How's your hip doing, Alex? White Feather, I think that's right. Isn't book value about $1.90 or something like that? John, laugh out loud. Bothering me a bit this morning. Grandpa can't keep her hands up. Grandma can't keep her hands off me. It's good to check up on people, isn't it? Thank you all for being here. 164 thumbs ups with 10 minutes to go before we trade. We need 36 thumbs ups in 10 minutes to have 200 thumbs ups for the opening. Is this possible? Can we actually get 3.6 thumbs ups a minute in the next 10 minutes to have 200 thumbs ups in the bin before the market opens for trading? Moment, but I think we're back. It's all good. The thumbs up momentum is so massive that it overloaded the systems. I totally get it. It's okay. We're at 174 on the thumbs ups. Thank you guys for coming in here on this. 26 to go with 9 minutes left to get them. Hit that thumbs up button for me and let's make this baby happen. 177 now, 23 left. And we got 8 minutes to do it. So we actually only need a little less than 9 a minute now. Here we go. 180 are in, 20 left to get. Now 19 left to get. We're quickly coming up to the 200 level with 8 minutes left to go. Everyone, thank you so much for helping out, jumping in there and nailing that thumbs up button for us to put some momentum on this channel with YouTube. 15 left to get. 8 minutes to do it. That's about 2 a minute now. We've dropped this thing dramatically. 13 left to go. Fantastic. 12. Gotta love this. 188 are here. They're coming in, baby. They're coming in. Thank you all so much. You're back. Good morning, everybody. Alas, I only have one thumb to give. You're back. I gave you a half a thumb, a stub. Remember when we tried for 1,000? I do remember. I hope for those days again. Thank you, everybody, for hitting those thumbs ups. It's great. You guys are beautiful. It's just a great thing. We're now at 190, 10 to go with 7 minutes before we start to trade. We only need 10 thumbs ups to hit the 200 level. And I thank you. 273 people are watching right now. And Sharon is in the house. You got to love it. Thank you, Sharon. You have a great day today. It's always good to see you. David R., thumbs ups for Bruce. Well, if it isn't Cheddar Stacks, welcome, old friend, says Austin. How about that? There he is. I gave you half a thumbs. Cheddar Stacks is around. We were asking about you yesterday. Somebody was asking about you. I knew you're here. You're lurking. You're in the area. Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show and continued following of the gang here. 7 minutes, seven thumbs ups needed in 7 minutes. We need 1 a minute to get to 200 thumbs ups. Fantastic, guys. Thank you for really pulling it out for me. 273 of you are in the house, and we're looking for 7 thumbs ups to get us to 200. Hopefully we can go right past it, and that would even be better. Cheddar Stack says, hello, John Bickman. Paper-handed weenie, baby. Gotta love it. John, I love that line, Cheddar. I loved it. There you go. 6 minutes are all that's left before the trading begins, and all kinds of money will be made by the followers of this channel, hopefully. I know that a lot of you who are members, you're either Gold Bagel members or you're regular members, you are option writers, and a lot of you who are lurkers, you're also option writers. This channel is really followed by a lot of folks who write options, and they score more often than not. And a number of the viewers here, their lives have changed in the last 6-8 months, a year. They have gone from working 1 or 2 jobs, part-time, full-time, whatever, And a number of them they don't work anymore. They only write options now, and they don't work for anybody but themselves. I couldn't be more thrilled, more excited for them. Love being a part of that. And I say to keep it going, guys. Those of you who need help on how to write options, head to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, the Canadian-based website I have right there. Check out the classes. There are now 13 classes all about how to write options and how to make a living doing that. You start slowly, get used to it, you get more aggressive, you get more used to it. Eventually, you realize, I can make more money doing this than working. What am I working for? What am I, nuts? Especially if you need an hour, hour and a half to get to your job and get back from your job on top of the 8 hours you're pouring into this thing, you are wasting your time. Make money writing options. Become self-employed and take control of your life, because everything you're doing, you can do on this, and this is portable. Go for a bike ride during the day, go to a Starbucks for a cup of coffee, meet a friend, shoot some hoops, trade some options, make some money. I love it. Thank you all for being here. Sharon says, you've done it. 200 thumbs ups. Oh, yes, 201 already. This is awesome. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me know. Okay, now I'm out the door, Bruce. I saw you get the 200 thumbs up. I'm running. Right on, Sharon. You get a good jog in there. One to go, and they just came in. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks for the CYXT lead, Uncle B. Made some good money there. Right on. And Kim is saying, I got here a little late, but my daughter just asked, is that the Bruce? Is that the guy? Is that the Uncle Bruce that everyone's talking about? Oh, yes, I am. Oh, my gosh. Rocket Lab successfully launches Capstone spacecraft, completes first leg of moon mission for NASA. Nice. We are about to start trading in minutes. So hear that, Cheddar Stacks. Wish you better outcomes in the future. There you go, guys. Considering turning into a paper-handed weenie baby after I made $1,500 on a trade last week, and then I gave it all back on another trade by diamond handling it into the ground. There you have it. That's the difference between writing options and trying to play the markets. With writing options, you have to sell first and you buy back later, and you're buying back a depreciating entity. And that is where money is made by option writers all the time. It's beautiful. Duncan, how's it going, Stacks? We're glad that all of you are here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. We're about to start trading in a few moments. Our friend Larry is going to hit the bells, Larry Willis, and we're going to get it going. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Please become a member today. Join us as a member, a full-fledged member of this channel, and you can make commentary during market hours. Also, if you become a Gold Bagel member, you join us before the 8:30 show for trade alerts every market day as well. And I thank all of you who have become Gold Bagel members, the gold standard of this channel. I thank you all so much for being here. We're headed now members only at the moment. Thank you guys for being here and following us. 205 thumbs ups and counting. This is awesome stuff. I love it. And thank you, everybody, for your kind words. And I wish you all good luck today, making a bunch of money in this market. We're about to start trading. We're just ready for it to kick in. We're waiting for, there's Trucker Tech at 204. Thank you. Waiting for Larry to hit the bells in just a moment as we get ready to go. We're up 162 on the Dow, 17 on S&P, 33 on NASDAQ, just at the very end of the pre-market. Oil up $1.16 as we get ready to start trading for Tuesday, January the 28th, 2022, with viewers joining us from around the world. Love you guys. Thank you. We're live from Zermatt, Switzerland today. Never thought I'd say I'd be live from Switzerland before. Well, we are. Fantastic. And here we go. Thank you all for joining us. Larry, we are ready for you. You let me know when we're going to go here. Fantastic stuff. Got GameStop 131.36 up 167 right at the end of the pre-market. We'll see if that holds or not. We'll see what the big markets want to do. They're up 0.5%, 0.45, 0.27 for the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, respectively. And we'll see how it all works out. I think the bells are about to go here And I think we're up and running. Yep, I think we are. Larry, are you around? We don't know, but I think we got it going. There he is. He has done it. DQ has backed him up today as well. Thank you, everybody. We're open for trading right now, and we're up and running. I've got the Dow showing a 178 gain to start the morning. We got S&P up 19, NASDAQ up 37. Let's see how the markets play it today, and let's see how you guys do with your option rights. It's Tuesday. Options expire Friday. Next week is a 4-day week. Monday holiday, so we only have 4 days of trading next week. The summer is in full swing, isn't it? And let's see what happens. There he is, says DQ. He is here. Absolutely. Thank you, Larry. As always, we're up 205 on the Dow. Good start to the morning session. We're up 18 on S&P. NASDAQ up 36. NASDAQ is behind. It's only up 0.3 of a percentage point. The Dow's up 0.56. We'll see if this lasts and if it shifts or not. We'll keep an eye on all that. I'm showing Matterport down 2 pennies. I got Smart Rent showing, I think, last night's close. Yeah, I don't think we have any trading yet on Smart Rent as far as I can tell you. Just go through here and over there. There we are. Smart Rent now up a nickel. Got Tesla at 736.65, up $1.89. Got SoFi at 592, down a penny. GameStop at 129.80, up 11. We'll see if this holds or adjusts. 129.50, down 19 cents. Home price advance in top U.S. cities accelerates further. Home price advances in the top cities. That's a Case Shiller release this morning. It just came out. We're watching these headlines to see how that plays. The Dow is now up 240 points, and we got the S&P up 22. NASDAQ ahead by 33. Oil up $1.40 to 110.85. And Case Shiller is saying that home price growth continues in April. These are April stats. 20% higher in April over, I guess, the year before. This could be, though, the last of the numbers before the interest rate hikes really held people back, because it was April and May and June that we've had interest rate increases. And these numbers from Case Shiller are really March, April trends just before the interest rates took off. So we'll see if this, what this really means. These are obviously looking backward numbers, not looking forward. Got the Dow up 312 points, and we got GameStop up now $1.30 to 131. We got Matterport unchanged. Smart Rent up only off a nickel. Tesla now up $7. SoFi up 3 cents. We got Spire up 1.5 cents. Apple up 156. Look at the AMC, 13.96, under 14 there for a moment. Even with the big market gain, it's not catching fire as well. ATIP is up 2.5. Rocket Lab is up 9 at 418. The high of 422 today. We've got Sextera up 7, and we have ME up 2 cents. Pfizer down 26 to 51.62. It's had a good run lately. HPQ up 22 to 35.58. Twitter's up 24 cents to 39.43. The question is, will Elon buy it? And for what price? We don't know now. HD Home Depot up $1.54. Robinhood, apparently it's up a nickel at where am I here? Just a second, it just jumped on me. Here we go, 9.14, up 2 cents. The range 904 to 924 on 4.9 million. We'll see if this Robinhood has any ground to stick on, or is it going to go lower? We'll follow that. Vanik up 2.11, IBM up 51 cents, Microsoft up $1.12, Goldman up 7.75 to 3.08, Cisco up 56 cents to 44.38. We got Meta, the old Facebook, down 63 cents, Amazon up 67, Google up $16, $2,349. Bed Bath Beyond down 13 to 662. BlackBerry up 6, up 586, up to 586 a share. Royal Caribbean holding a gain of 126 to 41.59. Target up 96, JP Morgan up $2, Costco up 470, Walmart up $1, Nvidia up 230, Disney up 268. We got American Airlines up 57 cents at 14.13, and Netflix up 56 cents at 189. Moderna up 177. All right, watching all of this activity. The Dow up 410 points, up 1.37%. This is helping the S&P. It's up a percentage point to 42 point gained, and we got the NASDAQ now up 0.75 of a percentage point, 86.99. So the big three indexes are moving higher with the Dow in the lead at the moment, and we'll see how this plays itself out. GameStop, even with all this green, is down 67 cents. SoFi is down 8. SmartRent down a nickel, and Matterport down a nickel. So we got inverse reactions here to this market. Rather interesting to see how this is playing itself out. A 430-point gain on the Dow. There you have it. Mirko is here at 214 thumbs ups. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Come on, Spire says, Duncan. Spire just caught my deja vu. Deja, was this South American animal similar to around the Eastern? I don't know what this means. Let's go. BW, Rocket Lab, NASA, Capstone mission to the moon successfully launched this AM. Watch it sadly go under $4. We have got a Rocket Lab right now at 415, up about 7 cents. The Dow up 409. We've got Tesla up 7 to 742. SoFi down 4 to 589. GameStop 129.85 on GameStop. 129.85 up 16 cents. And the range so far on GameStop, 128.66 for the low, 131.17 for the high, and we're kind of in the middle right now of this range. 130.10 on GameStop. Oh, Boeing, keep going so I can write, says Alberto. Cody, Uncle Bruce, the word on Robinhood is that FTX might be thinking about buying it, but there are no official talks. Also, it is trading close to the book. I heard book value is $690 or so, from what I understand, on GameStop. On Robinhood, pardon me, on Robinhood. Now, Robinhood is $8.91 right now, down 21 cents. And I wouldn't be surprised if Robinhood backs off dramatically. There is no official anything on this deal. 6.2 million traded, and a lot of day traders yesterday got hit and lost money, I'm sure. A 384 gain on the Dow now. Matterport off 4 cents. SmartRent down 5. Tesla's up $6 to 741. SoFi down 7 cents to 586. GameStop 130 even. 129.87 to 130. Just trying to hang around. Spire down, up 1 penny. Apple up 148 to 143.14. AMC down 35 cents now to 13.78. Those $14 calls are now in the money for our friend, I think Christina. Now we'll watch and see what kind of downside AMC has today. The low has been 13.64 already. 4.6 million traded. We'll see how these contracts behave. 13.84, down 30 cents on AMC. ATIP up 1 penny. Rocket Lab up 7. Cyxtera down 1. ME up 2. The Dow up 418 again. Another bump over 400 points to the upside. SoFi down 3 at 590, trying to come back. The low on SoFi today, 581. So we've had a 9-cent recovery on 1.95 million. GameStop 129.71, up 2 cents, and that's all. Just a 2-cent gain on GameStop. So it's telling me we might go lower on GameStop. We'll see how this plays. The 400-point gain on the Dow is not helping it at all. Larry says, I'm slightly late today on the bells. I was doing a show and tell session with my coworkers. Spire now, so if I could go back maybe to 6, that'd be kind of nice. 591, we're just under it. I wouldn't be surprised if SoFi did go over 6 and just ran higher, but why it's down here in the first place is a mystery to me. This company is growing so wonderfully quickly. We're unchanged on SoFi now at 592 apparently We seem unchanged on the day. Low of 581 and the high of 597. Now at 592 or so on 2 million. Well, we'll see how it plays out. The Dow up 407 this morning. Friends, FL is saying that I'm waiting for those second quarter earnings before making any major moves. A little skeptical about this rally from the past few days. Well, we're going to find out when the second quarter results start getting released. Still a few weeks out. But we hit the low of this market last week, week before last, and so we've had a bit of a recovery. It's good to see a 391 gain on the Dow. Yesterday, we only lost 60. We had 850 gain on Friday. So this is another advancement in these markets. And the fact that NASDAQ and S&P are following along, that's a good sign. And S&P is now 3940 on the index. All right. BW wants to know, where's all this money going? Everyone exits growth to bail to value stocks. That ended. Why aren't they coming back into our growth stocks? You need to eat a bagel. Stat, Uncle Bruce, that's the issue right there. No bagel eating on the air is killing this market. Yeah, I think we still have trillions on the sideline that is really deciding where to go, trying to figure it out. And there's a lot of internal turnover going on in the markets at the same time. Cody, this is the last day. Here we go. This is the last day I'm trusting the rally. By the end of the day, I hope to be more into the VIX. Spire, after I've seen the stocks like Carvana, I don't ask anymore why it's low. I just ask myself, where will it hold the low? And it looks like the lows are going higher than some months ago. Well, we'll see. Carvana, I think they're going to keep losing money, unfortunately. And if supply chains get any better, it's bad news for Carvana, in my opinion, because people can go to dealerships to get cars again and not necessarily deal with Carvana. But we'll see. People getting out means they're going to go out and shop rather than stay at home and shop. So Carvana is kind of like what would it be like Zoom and like Peloton. As long as we're locked up at home, they're doing great. But once we can start moving about, maybe not so great anymore. 130.52 on GameStop, up 83 cents. A little rally is being attempted here. The Dow is up 374. It was over 400. We are green now on a couple more stocks. Matterport has unchanged. It's gone unchanged to 411. So the red is gone. Smart Rent is up 4.5. Make that 7 cents on Smart Rent. Tesla up 8. SoFi unchanged at 593. It's back to green. GameStop up 134. Spire up 2.5. Apple up 139. AMC up 3 to 416. Now down 1 to 412. ATIP up 3. Rocket Lab up 7. Sextera up 2. ME up 2.5. So a lot of green, but just barely green. Pfizer off 71 today. That's 1.5% drop today. HPQ up 18 cents. Home Depot up 283. Carvana down 9. Robinhood down 16 to 896. Vanik is up 274. IBM up 24. Microsoft up 107. Goldman up 690 to 307.68. Cisco up 34. Meta up 146. Amazon up $1.08. Google up 294 at the moment. Those are some of our top stocks we're following. We're now up 371 on the Dow with a 38-point gain on S&P and 92 on NASDAQ. The Dow up 1.1%, NASDAQ up 0.8 between the best and worst performers so far on the morning. GameStop 130.21 up 52 cents. SoFi 592 down just a penny. Tesla 742. There you go. Let's go here. What else is going on? Yeah, Cody is saying, I don't know, Uncle Bruce, we have a whole generation that is terrified of something like haggling for a car at a dealership. I hear you. Krim, Uncle Bruce, if you have 500 shares of, say, SoFi with an average of 8, then buy another 100 at 7, and those 100 at 750 for a swing trade for profit, buy back when it dips again. Is that a wash sale? If you're in the U.S. and you do any trades within 30 days, I think you're into a wash trade, I suspect. But again, I I cannot be held responsible for income tax decisions or rulings. I'm just not that guy. John Grim, wash sale only applies to loss on a trade. There you go. There's advice I can't give you. Duncan, don't think SoFi can stay this low much longer. You think the same, Karim? That's what Duncan wants to know. And we're at 592 on the SoFi. 130 even on GameStop, up 31 cents. And the Dow is up 375 right at the moment. Tesla 744. There you go. We're ahead. There's no doubt about that. Oil up only up 95 cents now. Oil's only up 95 to 110.52. U.S. trade deficit in goods falls for the second month in a row after setting a record, is the headline coming across. We shall see. Okay. John Bickman says, not on taking profit. You pay tax on the profit, so they have you either way. Coyote, if you sell for a profit, you can buy back instantly, no wash sale, but selling at a loss and trying to reopen a position for a lower average will get you hit with a wash sale. That's the story right there. 346 is the gain on the Dow as we are slowly giving up a little bit of ground here. We got SoFi at 590 down 3 now. We got GameStop down 11 cents. Actually now down 64 at 129.05. GameStop is running into a bit of resistance at the moment. The high of the day, 131.33. The low, 128.66. We're at 129.72, about $1.06 away from the low of the day. But the entire range on GameStop is not even $3. So we don't have a lot of movement yet on GameStop, okay? Okay, that's the story as we see it, everybody. 129.06, down 63 cents. 129.04, about 38 cents away from the low of the day now. We're backing off again, definitely backing off. Volume on GameStop this morning, 158,000, it looks like. Very light. That any kind of selling will bring us down. I got the Dow up 350. Matterport at 411.5 cents, and its volume is 373,000. It got down to 403. It's now back to 411. Smart Rent at 472, got down to 460, and it's now traded 62,000 only, and it's up 2.5 cents at 473.5 for Smart Rent. Tesla, 780 is the gain at 742. SoFi at 590, down 2 cents. 2.89 million, just under 3 million traded on SoFi. The low of 581, the high of 597. Not much happening yet. GameStop, like I said, now 128.94. We are 28 cents away from the low of the day now. We're coming down to the low of the day on GameStop. Spire, 131.5. It's up 3.5 cents. 79,600 shares. The low is 129. On Apple, we're up 141 to $143.07. AMC at 13.96 again, under 14 yet again. The AMC low of the day, 13.64. The high of the day, 14.18, which was hit about 20 minutes ago. We're down 16 cents on 7.3 million. The AMC volume is light, really thin. This is good for put holders. If you're that individual, Christina, with puts, it's coming down. It looks like it's going to go down. 13.95. Looks like it's going to go lower again. It seems to me to be anyway. ATIP 174 up 3 cents. Volume on ATIP 819,000. Rocket Lab 413 up only 4 cents on 540,000. Rocket Lab not going anywhere. Cyxtera down 9 cents to 12.66. ME 263 unchanged. Pfizer down 58 cents at 51.30. HPQ up 30, 35.66. We got a 367-point gain on the Dow. The high of the day had been about 430 points. We're up about 380 right now. So we're within 50, 60 points of the high of the day-ish on the Dow, give or take. SoFi, 592 down a penny. GameStop, 130.22, up 53 as we go around and around and around on these stocks. That's the deal. Okay, there you have it. There's the story. Okay. Man, oh man, yeah, we're talking about some folks talking about charting here and resistance levels, and 368 is the gain on the Dow right now, and we're just we're up, but we're not up everywhere. There's a definite SoFi unchanged again, 593. It is back at 129.47 on GameStop. We're down again, 22 cents on GameStop. It cannot seem to hold a gain, can't seem to hold a loss. We're just kind of hanging around, everybody. Thank you for joining me from Switzerland today, Zermatt, Switzerland, where it is raining out. It is raining. We got it coming down. It's interesting how these we're surrounded by these buildings that look like Swiss chalets. They could be 4 or 5, 6 stories tall, but they're all like chalets. And they all have a very sophisticated water gathering system going here because we're in a mountain pass, really. The rail line kind of goes a little further here, but only to the top of these mountains, and then that's it. We have a lot of water that'll run down here, a lot of snow that falls in the winter, and it melts off. So you have got to have a sophisticated water flood management system to have these buildings standing here. And these buildings all have gutters, of course, around their roofs, and then they have a very sophisticated underground plumbing system here, a sewer system, and the water flows out of the valley, no problem at all. And we don't see landslide, mudslides, nothing like that. With all this rain coming down, everything is solid. And so they know what they're doing in Switzerland. How about that? They seem to know what they're doing over here on how to build these buildings in such a harsh environment with the kind of precipitation that they get. It's quite interesting. Of course, they've had hundreds of years to figure it out. Season after season, they eventually kind of, you hit your head hard enough, and you go, oh, I know what we should do. We should control the water runoff, and then that way it doesn't control us. We control it, and there you go. Anyway, there it is. What else is going on? Any more comments? No, people talking to each other, which is great. We're up 353 on the Dow. We're up 1 cent on Matterport, up 9 on Smart Rent. We're up $12 on Tesla, unchanged on SoFi, up a quarter on GameStop at 129.95. A little gain there. Excuse me. I don't know. Spire up 3.5. Apple up $1.20. We're at 142.86, but we're not up $5. We're better. The Apple low, the 52-week low, 129. We're now 142. This is a $13 gain, 10% higher than the low of the year, which is far better position than at 129. But we're not adding $5 a day to this number. We're adding reluctantly a little momentum. We'll see how this plays out. It's trading at 23.2 times earnings. And we'll see when the earnings come out the next quarter just what the slowdown in the lockdown in Shanghai did to Apple's production and its numbers. We'll find out. Okay. LL, I'm late to the party, but I'm thumbs up number 224. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. I got AMC at 14.22 again, up 9 cents. We got this stock like a yo-yo, 13.60, 14.30, 13.90, 14.10, 13.80, 14.20. We're just bumping around, not going anywhere. But at the moment, a 9-cent gain on 8.7 million, this is not enough volume to hold this stock here. This is not good enough. We cannot have just 8 million trade to hold this market. Nope, not going to do it. This, as the day goes on, this will not last. It's going to need follow-through volume beyond this, and I don't know if they're going to get it. ATIP down 2, Rocket Lab up a nickel, not going anywhere. Cyxtera down a penny, ME down 1 penny. Pfizer down 59, HPQ up 20 cents. The Dow up 355, and Tesla up $11. It's not giving up ground. SoFi unchanged at 592. GameStop 129.90, I think, up 21. Okay, BW added to the Russell 3000. None of these SPACs are going up. Where's the volume bump we should be getting? Why the face? I don't know if we should be getting anything. I don't know if getting into the Russell 3000 is all that it's cracked up to be. I really don't know if there's any kind of studies out there that truly indicate that just because you're part of an index, you automatically go higher. The Russell 3000, okay. But, if these companies, if our SPACs do what I think they're going to do, and what that is they're going to turn the corner one by one and start making money. They're going to go from losing money every month to making money every month. When that turn is apparent, when it is so close that it is inevitable that the turn is about to happen, I think the stocks go. Now, in some cases, this can be 3 to 6 months before the actual moment that the stocks already begin to move up on momentum just on the anticipation of the company turning the corner financially. The good news about all these former SPACs that we follow is they're all virtually debt-free. They are all sitting on a bunch of money, and they're all sitting on businesses that are growing, not shrinking, but growing. And these businesses that they're in have good margins. So could these become takeover targets? Yep, they could become takeover targets for a larger company. A larger company that looks at these smaller companies and goes, gee, if I buy up a bunch of stock on ATIP or on Spire, if I pick up a bunch of Spire at $1.30, $1.40, $1.50, and I become a large shareholder of this thing, get to 8-10%, I could mount a takeover on the company. I only need 50.1% of the vote to take over the company, and then I control all the cash they have and their business. You got to wonder if any of these companies that are way down here are vulnerable to, at a certain point in time, a takeout, a takeover. One never knows. What if a company that's trading at $15 and $20 a share makes a takeover offer of a Spire or an ATIP or a Matterport, and they say, we'll give you stock in our company, trading at $20 a share, $30 a share. We'll give you stock in our company where we value you guys at $6, $8 a share. Now, there's double what you're trading at, triple, 4 times what you're trading at. I mean, a real generous offer. All of a sudden, can you imagine going from being a Matterport shareholder at $4.05 to being a shareholder of a company that's trading at $30 a share and you're getting the equivalent of $8 on your Matterport? That would make a difference. Who's to say the shareholders will reject that deal? I also wonder, when will it happen that people like Ryan Cohen or deep-pocketed market, hedge fund guys start buying up these stocks that are cash rich, have done their deals, are no longer under SEC scrutiny as far as, you're a SPAC, They're not a SPAC anymore. When will these companies be bought up in gobs? When will gobs of stock be scooped up by these guys? And they reach that 5% level, and now they have to disclose it. Because as of right now, if you own 4.9% or less of any of these SPACs, you don't have to say anything to anybody. If you're just an investor, You don't have to say anything. If you're a hedge fund, you do. If you're a mutual fund, you do. But just an individual scooping up 4.5% of the company, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to reveal yourself. Now, I'm thinking what I'd want to do is I'd want to check the dates on when I have to reveal my position. And it might be that as soon as you hit 5%, you now have 30 days with which to file with the SEC. My strategy would be to get to 4.99% and then get ready to launch a major bunch of stock, buy a bunch of stock, get you to 9.99% before the 30 days are up, and then reveal your hand that you're at 9.99% with and then the street figures it out. But by the time they figure it out, you've already got your stock, and now the stock doubles in price because you're in a big way. That makes you the big winner already, you see? I'm wondering, when will this begin to happen on any of our SPACs systematically, one after the other, because they're all cash rich, debt non-existent, growing businesses, and they're all cheap. And some of them are trading at pretty well their book value. Got to make you wonder about that. We'll see. Time will tell. What else is going on here? Alberto, GameStop expiry July 24, 145s at 845. Wondering, should you do that? You're asking me? Should you be doing this? Is that what you're wondering about? 130 on the stock, up 59 cents right now. If you can write 145s for the 24th of July, not a bad move. I might look at maybe July 15s instead. I might come in a little sooner on July 15th. That is the third Friday of the month. That's where most of the action is going to be on contracts. And see if you can look at something there. Now, maybe 145s or 140s might be where you want to look at. But I understand 145s because you're $15 out right there. Right? On the other hand, if the shares today do a little run, because they're refusing to drop off, right? 129.25, 129.50, they're refusing to crap out. So you may want to wait a little longer here before you write anything at this moment to see if the shares want to reach 132, 135, 136. Then look to write 150s. That might be the plan. I'm just mentioning it. Who's going to buy SoFi? The question of the day. Duncan, SoFi possibly buying back these shares. Tiff, Uncle Bruce, what would be the takeover price for Spire at this point? Don't know if I even would make a profit with that. Plus, I'd rather have the stock to write covered calls. Yeah. Well, Spire, thinking is that if you have one company over here that is in any way involved in data processing, data handling, that wants to or might be interested in moving into a division like data handling through satellites, you got these two companies with two divisions that could be under one umbrella. That could make sense. Now, Spire, I'm kind of thinking anybody could get control of Spire now at under 5. I mean, if you're a stealth buyer of this stock right now, you can buy up this stuff at 130, 140, 150, 160 over weeks. You don't have to be in a hurry. And you just gobble up gobs of Spire stock down here and just tuck it away. Get to that, 4.99% position and then take a run at 10% more and get to 14.99%. Then release to the SEC that you have 14.99%, and then announce a takeover offer for the rest of the company. And, you might get 60% of it given to you. The other 40 doesn't want to go, but you'll get control. On the other hand, it might be a tender offer where you just offer to buy a stock of Spire at $3 a share. They're sitting at $2 by the time you get your stock. You put an offer in to buy up stock at $3. You're willing to buy 60% of the company at $3 a share. And the stock goes right to 310 because the street doesn't want it to happen, right? It goes to 310. Well, do you care? You got 15% of the company, and it's now trading at 310. What did you pay to get the 15%? Buck 80 average, 210 average. It's now trading at maybe 4. You're virtually double your money right now. You up the price to 375. No one comes against you to compete with you. You get a point where as soon as you get 50.1% of the stock, you own it, you control it. And so even if you only get 30% of the stock and you're the single largest shareholder, you control everything. So, that could be a plan. I don't know. Let's go. Yeah, don't forget, Spire already bought Exact Earth. Yeah, and that didn't help them much, did it? Robert, 230 thumbs ups. Thank you, buddy. Hector, 5 Fridays in July. Lots of writing opportunities. Exactly. 236 gain on the Dow. We're backing off. We were up 436 at one point. Matterport's off 11. Smart Rent down 8. Tesla's only up 293 now at 737. That's good for Nick. SoFi down 9. GameStop 128.62, 128.32. We're at the low of the day on GameStop. We are now at the low of the day on GameStop. 128.32 is the low trade. 128.26 is the new low trade. Another one just came through. 128.26 on GameStop. Now I'm showing 127.78 as the low trade of the day. We're now approaching a $2-3 drop here on GameStop. There you go. Alberto, I don't know if that was the right time or not to make that move. We'll have to see here. This is a drop, but it's not catastrophic. $169, We're at 127.93 here. 127.78 was the low. We'll see. The Dow now is up 238. S&P up 21. NASDAQ up 10. I think we're finally getting a little test of today's rally to see how strong it is. We're only up 187 on the Dow now, so we're running into some selling here. It is, after all, 4:07 my time. We've been open for 37 minutes, so we're getting a bit of a sell wave. GameStop 127.52, new low on GameStop. Down 217 now. 127.52, the new low of the day on GameStop. Okay, watch all that. 127.32 is the low of the day now, and we're down 229 at 127.40. The Dow only up 177 at the moment. Okay. Lending Tree stock price cut to down to 80 from 190 at Bank of America. Interesting. Treasury yields turn mixed after data showing that U.S. consumer confidence has dropped. Well, no kidding, Sherlock. What do you think consumer confidence is going to do when you have high prices coming in and interest rates being jacked up? What do you think U.S. confidence is going to be? No kidding. 182. Where are we at on this Dow? Waiting to see what the numbers are going to be here. Oil futures are up $1.10 at 110 a barrel. That's where we're at right there. Okay. Let's see here. We got GameStop at 127.95, about 60 cents, 70 cents from the low. The Dow down 173 to 185 range right now. Has GameStop decided yet, Bruce, if they're going to do a stock split? I got nothing. I got nothing on them at the moment. They haven't announced the actual split. I think the shareholders approved it, like they approved the notion of increasing the outstanding stock to $1 billion. But I don't believe, I'm pretty sure there's been no announcement made by the board of directors to split the stock yet. So 128 a share right now is where it's trading at. I had heard 5-1 split up to 7-1. That's what I had heard about. That's not come from the company. That's just educated guesses out there. I don't see them doing a 7-for-1 split at 128 a share. Going to put this thing at $17 on the open market? I don't think so. I don't think they want to do that. But stranger things have happened, I'll tell you. I mean, if it goes to 17 on a split, 7-1, trades actively to 25, that's $175 a share. 7 times $25. Goes to 30, That's 210. We haven't seen 210 in a while. That would be good, but I don't know if they want to go down to 17 to start this thing off with. The Dow is now up 181. The Dow up 181 at the moment. S&P up 16. The NASDAQ is down 5. We've got mixed markets. The NASDAQ is negative. Oil up $1.07. GameStop down 180, 127.89, down 180. SoFi down 7 to 586. A bargain down there. Matterport $4, down 11. AMC 1387, running into some selling now. 1387, down 26 cents. We'll see how low AMC now wants to go. And over at Robinhood, $9, down 11 cents. The low of the day on Robinhood, 884, the high of 930. Not even a 50-cent range now. 12.6 million volume. That is quiet for Robinhood versus last night. That is really quiet. AMC volume at 1388 now, 12.3 million. Not good. We're backing off. We had a good run up, like it kind of did the old run up, but now down here to 1388, down 24 cents on AMC. The Dow up only 188. Tesla up 385 to 738. SoFi down 8. GameStop now 128.05, up down 164. We might take another run through 128, get into the 127s again. We'll see. John wants to know if this split chatter for GameStop is perhaps about letting those know that are naked short that enough's enough. It won't affect the shorters. It's not going to affect the shorters. If you're short 5 million shares, you're short 5 million shares now, and they do a 5-for-1 split, you're short 25 million shares. But if there's 74 million shares out there and they split 5-for-1, there's 370 million shares out there. And you're short 25 million out of 370 million. It's all the same in a relative sense. And if you improve the volume of trading and you tighten the spread between bid and ask because there's 5 times as many shares or 7 times as many shares out there, it's going to make it easier to short and cover your short with volume trades. I don't know. Alberto, I didn't make the moves as of yet. Haven't written. Gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. Right up. 128.21. Yeah, we're down $1.48, but that's not enough. That's something's gnawing at me saying 128 might be a good buy, and writing 130s or 120s or 125s might be a good move. I just don't get the impression that GameStop is going to fall off the table here. 342,000 traded. We're just not getting this dramatic drop off. The Dow back up to 219. It's possible the market was up 400, came back a little here, the 180 range. Now it's in the 2-something. Might go back up again, and GameStop might take a run and go higher. And Alberto, you might be writing a 145 or a 150 later today. Those of you who like to write, calls at the money or in the money, this might be the move. 128 purchase with a 120 write. Take the $8 book value plus premium on top of that for maybe this Friday and say, thank you, may I have another? Let's see what it gives us. Might be. We'll see. AMC 1401 down 12. Robinhood 916 up 3 cents. Trying to hang around desperately is what it's doing. The Dow up 215 points at the moment. Consumer confidence falls to a 16-month low on worries about inflation and the economy. We should be at a 16-month low on confidence. We should be. What else is going on? Sure, but dropping the share price would allow smaller account traders to get in. That's true, John. And also a split on GameStop will improve the liquidity and volume on options trading dramatically. Perfect for option writers. Really good. You guys will have 5 to 7 times as many calls that you can write at a time as well. That would be really good. I'm not even in GameStop, just speculating, Uncle Bruce. Thank you. Trucker Tech, Uncle Bruce, not sure if others have asked this question, but how do you feel about direct registration of GameStop locking up the float slowly over time? Will this cause any trading issues once the float is filled? I say no. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Duncan, this time yesterday was almost the same on SoFi, guys. SoFi 587 today, probably the same price yesterday. We're up 205 on the Dow. Tesla 738 up 390. GameStop 128.37 down $1.32, and that's it. That's all it's given up. Interesting day today on the old GameStop. AMC now 1402 down 11. And over on Robinhood, we are 912 down a penny. 206 gain on the Dow today. 590s yesterday, says Duncan, and here we are, 588 right now. Same price as yesterday-ish, within a penny or two. There you go. There you go. There it is. What is going to happen? Will the GameStop, if the Dow runs up to 300 again, if it wants to do this, right now it's up 193. GameStop, the Dow fluctuates around this 200 level for a while, back and forth, and then it has a 350, 400 point run again. Will the GameStop at that point reach 135 to 140? Is that going to happen today or tomorrow? That's the question, because it doesn't seem to want to go to 120, does it? It doesn't seem to want to do it. Volume on GameStop, 356,000. You got to wonder, how can it hold these levels with such light volume? But it is just very, very quiet market. There you go. Okay. We'll see what gives. 189 on the Dow. Oh, Tesla only up $2. Nick has got to be getting closer. Nick, are you still short the Tesla shares? Are you still short those? I think you were short 175 or something like that. Let me know. We're watching it with you. SoFi 585 down 8. GameStop 128.43 now. Down 126, about 80 cents from the low, ballpark. So closer to the low than the high, but not much in the way of volume at this point. There you go. There's our story right now. 191 gain on the Dow. Bond yields hold steady after U.S. consumer confidence report misses expectations. I don't know how consumer expectations were supposedly better than they are. I don't know why people think that. There's nothing but bad news everywhere. So I don't know where that comes from. But the 10-year Treasury right now is sitting at 3.21%, it looks like. Yeah, 3.22. The euro is 105.27, down a little bit. Pound at 122.1. It's also, they're off about a half a penny today. The Asia markets managed to gain about a half a point, 3/4 of a point. Europe at the moment is up 1 to 1.3% right now. The U.S. markets are not doing as well. The Dow up 0.66, S&P up 0.47. NASDAQ is positive 1/2 a point right now. That's it. So it's not much. Oil up 194. There you go. Of course, U.S. confidence is at a 16-month low. Well, if it gets better next month, wouldn't that be better for the markets? Markets might go higher if the thinking is it's improving. On the other hand, if consumer confidence is going to go lower than where we are now, we might be at a 24-month low next month. I don't know. We'll see how this plays. Remember, though, 24 months ago, 16 months ago, what was happening at that point in time? Weren't we in the middle of a lockdown? Yeah. I mean, how low could it have gotten? I mean, come on. So, yeah, I'm not going to read too much into that, to be honest. I'm not going to take too much into that. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate this support as always. We have 235 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome today. Again, coming through for me with over 200 thumbs ups on such a small watch channel right now. 252 of you here. Thank you, everybody, for kicking butt with the thumbs ups today. I really appreciate it. And Spire saying, just in case, I wish you all a pleasurable day today. Absolutely. We'll see how all this works out. Let's see. We've got a 176-point gain right now on the Dow. And Tesla's up $1 to 735.90. There we go. And we got SoFi at 584 down 9, and we got GameStop at 128.08, 128.30. So we're down $1.40 or so, $1.60, somewhere in that range. Still about $1 away from the low of the day at this point on GameStop. We don't seem to want to be giving up. Nick, 235 GameStop, Uncle Bruce. 235. What is that? GM, Uncle Bruce, GM. Or good morning. Oh, no, I get it. Nick is giving me the 235th thumbs up. Good morning, sir. How are you? Are you still short, Nick, on the Tesla? Are you still carrying that short position? It's only up $1.20 now at 736. This stock was in the 740s, 749 this morning to be precise. But we're now quickly approaching the low of the day on Tesla. We're negative 98 cents, 733. Where are you at? Yes, I am, he says. I am still short this guy. And I think you needed 720 something to be a happy guy, if I recall, 720, 725. 733 right at the moment, down 91 on Tesla. All right, the Dow up 159. We're backing up a little more. SoFi at 582. GameStop under 128 now, 127.97 on GameStop. We're coming into now 70 cents from the low or so. Apple seems to be slumping, according to Michael. Duncan, SMH is up $7.26 to $7.26 this week. Nick, I needed to go below 720. That's what he ultimately would like to have. He's $13 away from that. That's doable. There's no doubt about it. Down 126 now on Tesla. 733.50. The Dow out at only up 150 now. We're negative again on NASDAQ, 21 points this time. So NASDAQ has definitely backed off again. This looks like let me see if I can get this chart up. This looks like the low of the day on NASDAQ now. This is the low of the day, down 0.18 of a percentage point. So a little bit of selling coming in on the NASDAQ stocks. S&P is off, low of the day, and the Dow now looks like at 150 might be the low of the day as well at this point. We're only at 149 on the Dow, and we are quickly approaching the low of the day on this index. SoFi down to 582, down 11. GameStop 127.63, less than 40 cents away from the low of the day on GameStop. So might be a buying opportunity coming up on GameStop if it keeps backing off here. 149 gain on the Dow only now, 148. And Tesla off 82 cents to 733.94 at the moment. Yeah, we're down 25 now on NASDAQ, 25 points. The S&P's only up 9 points. It's given up ground too, okay? Berkshire Hathaway now owns 16.4% of Occidental Petroleum after its recent purchase of a whack of stock. Quite interesting there. The Dow now only up 138. We're backing up again. And GameStop 127.50. We're 24 cents from the low on GameStop. We're backing up again on GameStop now. Okay, there we go. GameStop is at 9.95% for the week, says Duncan. That's $14. There you go. We're now 127.54 on GameStop. Volume on GameStop at the moment, 385,000. It looks like, quite quiet. And the Dow up 147. Tesla up $1. SoFi up 9, down 9. Sorry. And now 127.54 on GameStop, down 215. Okay. Where's the resistance? Duncan wants to know. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, would you buy back 105 GameStops for this Friday right now and wait a bit to write a new one? What about that idea? I don't know. I mean, if GameStop can break 127, maybe 125 is the next neighborhood. Can always hope, and that gets you within 20, obviously, instead of 20, 2250 away. If it broke 125 and the Dow were to go red today, if it were to go red, then maybe 121, 120, 118 is possible. I mean, there is downside possibilities. The question is it really going to happen or not? Because there is a ton of money on the sidelines that wants to get into this market. They just don't know where to get into it at. So, Mirko, I don't know if there's enough volatility for you to take advantage of it. But look, the lower it gets, the better for you. Obviously, the shares were in the 140s just a little while ago. Now we're in the 120s. You're definitely, it's coming back to you somewhat. It needs to do more. All right. We'll see what happens here. 159 is the gain on the Dow now. Just 159. Tesla up 191 to 736. That's hanging in there. 127.98 on GameStop. A little bounce, but is this just a dead cat bounce? And are we going to drop $2 from here? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Tesla only up 73 cents. Right on. Thanks, Mirko. Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. Yep, 127.98 on the GameStop. Duncan, my average is below 107. Right on, buddy. Way to go, pal. Way to go. The Dow, 148, 152 range now. 148, 152, still backing off. NASDAQ a little better, down about 11.5. S&P down 13. A little improvement on both of those. See if that will translate into this whole thing, or is this just a temporary little reprieve before we dump again? Because that has seemed to be the pattern lately. We've dropped, get a little higher, drop, get a little higher, drop, sort of down 2, up 1. We shall see. GameStop, the Dow up 164, a little better. Tesla up 193, SoFi up down 9, GameStop down 172, 127.97. There you go. All righty. Okay, folks, I'm going to say my goodbyes here. Get ready here. Thank you for joining me this morning for this opening hour of the market. We'll be back on this afternoon with an hour to go at 3 Eastern. You know what you need to do. Keep an eye on this market here, see what it wants to give you or take away from you or what it wants to do. The volatility, Dow is up 148 only. I get the impression we're up 2 steps, down 1, or up 1, down 2, up 1, down 2 for now. 134 on the Dow now. We're backing off again. We're down 18 on NASDAQ. We're backing off again. We may see some more selling coming in. Not dramatic, but just systemic. It's just steady selling. Maybe. Don't know how far, but we're up 134 on the Dow instead of 434. So there's 300 points that have been coughed up so far. We got to remember that. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Says Cody, Option Nomads. Thanks for another great show. Uncle B, you got it, guys. You've got your instructions for the morning. Let's see how it goes. 127.58 now on GameStop. 28 cents or 22 cents, 32 cents away from the low. GameStop is coming to the low date right now as we speak here. Again, the Dow up now only 145, but we're down 18.5 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed market, and we seem to be coming into some selling. 584 on SoFi. Look for deals there. Systematic. There it goes. Take care, Simpleton, says Duncan. Thanks, everybody, from John Anderson. Larry, enjoy your afternoon, Uncle B. We'll catch you guys a little later today. 138 is the gain on the Dow. We're backing up. Definitely backing up. Tesla only up 59 cents. So Nick, keep an eye. I know you're keeping an eye on that Tesla. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. I will see you a little later at 3 Eastern as we shut this day down. And hopefully the market will work for you. All right, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. See you from Zermatt.